Hello students, today we are going to discuss syllabus of class 10th and first unit of that is networking. Okay. So networking is a concept when more than one computers are connected to share the resources, exchange information, that is known as the networking. And this concept is used to develop internet. Our next topic is internet, that's why we should know the network, and this will help us to understand internet very clearly. So, internet, basically internet is known as the network of networks, but still we have some technical, because every term has their technical definition, so we also have the definition of internet in technical terms. The internet is global system of interconnected computer networks that uses the internet protocol suite TCP/IP to communicate between networks and devices. So it is a system, it is a global system where all the networks available in the world are connected together and they are using TCP/IP. TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol and IP stands for Internet Protocol. They are using these two protocol suites to communicate each other over the internet, over the network, and that is known as internet. The precursor of internet was jump started in the early days of computing history in 1969. Means in 1969 internet was not there, but network was there, and one agency that is known as Advanced Research Project Agency Network, in short ARPANET, a part of US Defense Agency, US Defense Ministry. They were using their networks, but in 1969 that concept, the concept of that network was taken up and internet was built. But it was not easy to develop internet. I mean, in 1969 internet does not came into existence, because as the definition suggests, internet is a network of networks, means all over the networks are connected. Earlier in 1969 network was there, means as ARPANET was using a network, so network was there, but that was isolated network. Means if there are 5 offices, suppose if there are 5 offices, everyone having their network, but they were possible to communicate only in between the computers of their offices. It was not possible to communicate to the computers available in the another office, and it became possible only after the development of internet. When internet came into the existence, this also became possible. And how this became possible, how internet came, we will see in next slide. Main protocol, that is TCP and IP, Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol. It was invented in 1982. It emerged as the protocol for ARPANET in 1982. So ARPANET adopted these two protocols on 1 January 1983, and then the concept network of networks became possible, because this is the common protocol TCP/IP. They do not require to understand. Before explaining this, I would like to explain something. We took example of 5 different networks. So let's discuss some more topic on those networks. 5 offices, they are having their 5 networks, and they were having their different protocols. Suppose office 1 is using protocol 1, office 2 is using protocol 2, office 3 is using protocol 3, and office 4 is protocol 4, and hence office 5 is protocol 5. But protocol 1 is not understandable to protocol 2, protocol 2 is not understandable to protocol 3, same way 4, 5, everyone is unknown to everyone. In that scenario, how it will be possible for office 1 to communicate with office 2? Simply they have to learn the language of office 2, and office 2, if they wish to communicate with office 1, they have to learn the language of office 1, means protocol of office 1. So it was not possible. So TCP/IP came into the existence, and that became so popular because while using TCP/IP, it was not necessary for office 1 to change their internal protocol. They were free to use their own internal protocol for their internal communication, and for external communication they were free to use TCP/IP. That's why TCP/IP became much popular and it helped to make internet possible. We can take another example. Suppose there are 5 friends or there are 3 friends. Do not take the example of 5. One knows English, one knows Hindi and one knows Japanese. How they will communicate? How they will communicate? Japanese knows only Japanese and Hindi friend knows only Hindi and English friend knows only English. How they will communicate? Either all of them have to learn another language, means Japanese have to learn Hindi and English, and Hindi person have to learn Japanese and English person should learn Hindi and Japanese also. Then only they can communicate. Or there is another way also. They may have a translator that might be knowing all these 3 languages, and they can talk with the help of that. So TCP/IP is like that translator. Whatever the protocol, whatever the language you are using in your network, you are free to use, but when you wish to communicate with another language, you just use the TCP/IP. So it was the use of TCP/IP. In 1990, Tim Berners-Lee sir developed HyperText Markup Language, and which was released officially in 1993. Everything takes some time to become official, and this technology created a huge impact. And this is the result of whatever the internet we are using right now. This is the result of Tim Berners-Lee's HTML that was invented in 1990. Now next topic is World Wide Web. Sometime we used to get confused with World Wide Web and internet, that we used to think that both these topics are same, but they are not same. Internet is very vast thing and World Wide Web is a service available on the internet. In short, it is written as www. It is commonly known as the web also. It is an information system, means using World Wide Web we can get the information from internet. We can access the web pages, we can extract the information from there, and documents which are available on the internet, they are identified with the help of URL, Uniform Resource Locator. And some examples written here: https:// and another example I would like to give: http://www.google.co.in/. So this is the example of URL. Okay. Sir Tim Berners-Lee invented World Wide Web in 1989, and he also wrote the first web browser in 1990. Means the 3 foundation and 3 pillars of internet: first web browser, www, and HTML, invented by Tim Berners-Lee. The browser, which he written in 1990, got popularity and officially released for public in August 1991. So let's talk about servers. We are discussing topic wise, whatever the topics are in your syllabus, we are discussing like that. Servers. In our syllabus we have web servers, but before discussing web server we should know server. Server is one who serves, is known as a server. Suppose if you go in any hotel, one person comes and takes your order and he waits for your order, that is known as a waiter. One person comes and serves your order. One person comes and serves your order. One who serves is known as server. In that hotel, that person is your server. The same concept is used on network also, and a computer is made available to serve the resources to another computers connected on that network, and that computer which is responsible to serve, which is responsible to fulfill the requirement of all computers, which is available to listen the queries of all computers and respond them accordingly, that is known as a server. And the architecture where server is available, it means clients will be there. Clients means they are there, they are the part of the network, but they are not responsible to provide any services to anyone. They are just available there, they are just there to access the services made available by servers on the network. Okay. And this architecture where server and client is available, known as the client server model. Let's have a look of server architecture, internet architecture and client architecture. It is not possible to have servers and clients in the same network. It is also possible we will be having server on a different location, and with the help of internet we will be connecting, we will be communicating. Means our mobile devices are also clients, because we are using different services available on the internet with the help of our mobile. So our mobile phones are clients, they are requesting to the servers and servers are responding to our queries. Whatever website we wish to look, whatever video we wish to watch, we are requesting and we are getting that resource. If that resource is available, the server is granting that permission to access that resource. So this is the architecture, and this is just a figure to visualize the idea of server and client in your mind also. Okay. So next is web server. If we know the server, we can identify easily web server. Web server is a server. Web server is a computer dedicated to serve the clients with web pages. Means web server is responsible to listen and respond queries related to the web, related to the websites. It may satisfy client requests on the World Wide Web. Okay. A web server contains one or more websites. If that web server is dedicated to a single organization like State Bank of India, Central Bank of India, Union Bank of India, so that will be having one website. And if that is available for the public, then it will be having more websites. A web server processes incoming network requests over HTTP and serves other related protocols. Means a web server is able to listen requests coming with help of HTTP protocol and other protocols also, FTP protocol, SFTP protocol. Okay. Now web clients. When servers are there, the clients are also there. The computer which are available in the network and they are dependent on that web server. Means they are connected in that network, or they are the part of that network just to access the services made available by that server. To access that websites, they are known as the web clients. Next is website. The collection of web pages and related content is identified a common domain name and published on published at least on a server. That is known as a website. Means in your early classes you might have studied that collection of web pages is known as a website. Good. But a meaningful website is that they have related content and they are identified by a common domain name. Means they have their URLs and they are published on a web server also. Means they must be available, they must be accessible to the users, then only they will be termed as websites. For example, we have wikipedia.org, google.co.in, amazon.com. There are lots of websites. Web page is a part of website. A website may contain a single web page or may contain multiple web pages. So web page is a HTML document, a web document commonly written in HTML that is viewed in an internet browser. Okay. And this is the example of web page. Flipkart.com is website, and book section, I have opened the book section, that is the web page. There are lots of sections available on that flipkart.com. So that all collection makes it a website. Flipkart.com is URL and this particular page is web page. Okay, I think now it is clear for you all. URL, website, web page. Now the main thing, web browser. Web browser is an application software. Okay, it is known as the web browser, it is known as the browser, it is known as internet browser, but all these things are synonyms and all these things are related to the web browser. It is an application software to present and explore information on the World Wide Web. Means whatever the information we have on the websites, how we will be able to, how we will use that, how we will access that. We can access with the help of web browser. Okay, and some example of web browsers are Google Chrome, very popular, Microsoft Edge, Microsoft Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, etc. There are lots of browsers. So the first figure available here is of Google Chrome, second is of Internet Explorer, third is of Mozilla Firefox. Blog. Blog is a term that is very popular nowadays. It is like online diary. Some of you might have been having a habit of writing diary. If you are writing diary in a paper, means in your offline mode, that is your diary. But if you are writing your diary in digital mode, that becomes blog. It is known as an online journal also. Here you can present your own view on a particular topic, or you can write freely on any topic. Means you can write anything, but that should be your own thinking. So weblog is a shortened version of weblog, also is an online journal or informal websites displaying information in the reverse chronological order. Reverse chronological order means the last thing comes first. Suppose you are writing blogs and you have written a blog in the month of January 2019, you have written another blog in the month of July 2019, and you have written another blog in December 2019. So the first blog which will appear on your page will be of month of December. So this is known as the reverse chronological order. The last thing comes first, and it is a platform where a writer or a group of writers share their views on an individual subject. Because it is just diary, you can write anything, whatever you wish to write, you may write, and readers may give their suggestions in the form of comments. It is the wish of blog writer. If he wishes to allow the users to comment, they may allow to users, and they can comment, they can give the suggestions, and author can also reply to the readers. If any reader have written anything, you may reply to that also. Newsgroups. Newsgroup is just like forum. Newsgroup is just like forums. Forum means you can ask questions, you can post something, you can write something, you can answer to anyone's questions. It is just like forum, but it is it is having little bit difference than forum. It is a location where individuals can discuss a particular topic by posting messages on a news server. Same thing happens on the forum. You can post your questions, you will get reply. In many ways, a news group is similar to a forum where users can submit posts and read posts from other users. Means you may write also, and you may read of another users also. Example of a news group is COLA, C-U-L-A. Computer Operating System Linux Announces. The full form of COLA is comp.os.linux announces. This is a news group of Linux where news related to the Linux operating system appears. Now HTML. HTML is HyperText Markup Language developed by Sir Tim Berners-Lee in 1990, and it is used to create electronic documents called web pages or HTML document, you can say, and they are displayed on the World Wide Web. We have discussed in our previous slides. Each page contains hypertext and hyperlinks. What is hypertext and what is hyperlink? Content available on a page, content available on HTML page, web page is known as hypertext. Means that could be image, that could be video, that could be GIFs, animated images, that could be plain text, that could be MP3, anything that is available on that web page is known as the hypertext. Even hyperlinks are also known as hypertexts, but hyperlink have their different definitions also. So if anyone is asking you to explain hyperlink, you have to define hyperlink. But if anyone is asking hypertext, you may give examples of hyperlinks also. That is also hypertext, because that hyperlink is also available on the website, on that web page. That's why by definition it is also hypertext. So hyperlink is a link that helps to redirect you to the another content, and that content might be available on the same page or another web page. So that is hyperlink. It helps you to redirect to the different page. Web address. Web address is also known as the URL, Uniform Resource Locator, is a form of URI. It is a form of URI. And what is URI? Uniform Resource Identifier. Okay. and a standardized naming convention for addressing documents accessible over the internet and intranet. Like, there is one standard which is being followed to give domain names, to give URLs, means Uniform Resource Locators are one standard documents. A standard naming convention is being used to give address to your particular website, and web addresses are available for internet and intranet for both modes. I think you know internet, and I think you know intranet also. If you do not know, don't worry, we will discuss intranet. Intranet is just like internet, but it is not network, it is a single network of any organization. Suppose you have suppose not, I think you have visited any bank or LIC office, any office. They used to access their corporate website, but they are not able to access any other website like Google, Facebook, any website, YouTube. How? Because their organization has created intranet, means they can use the computer, their own network, to access the information available throughout India and throughout world also if possible. If any office is located globally, that is possible. Means if you have your account in State Bank Delhi, you can access from Varanasi, you can access from Madhya Pradesh, you can access from Uttarakhand, from anywhere. How it is possible? Because that is a system like internet, means all the network of State Bank branch, they are connected together, but they are not connected to the different network, means another network that allows us to access public websites. दिस इज़ इंटरनेट। आसान सी भाषा में एक बार और बता देते हैं। इंटरनेट मतलब किसी एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का अपना नेटवर्क, जिसके थ्रू वो अपने नेटवर्क, अपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के किसी भी ऑफिस से कनेक्ट हो सकते हैं, बट वो किसी दूसरे नेटवर्क में कनेक्ट नहीं होते। दूसरे नेटवर्क मतलब जो पब्लिकली अवेलेबल है, आपका फेसबुक, याहू, गूगल, आप इससे कनेक्ट नहीं हो सकते। दिस इज़ योर इंटरनेट, एंड इंटरनेट मीन्स इट इज़ ग्लोबली अवेलेबल नेटवर्क्स को आप एक्सेस कर सकते हैं। एंड वन थिंग, using internet you cannot access intranet of any organization, because intranet are more secure, more reliable। वो इसीलिए इंटरनेट से कनेक्ट नहीं करते क्योंकि वहाँ पे सिक्योर चीज़ें हैं। स्टेट बैंक की जो इंटरनेट की जो वेबसाइट है, जिस पे जब हम बैंक में जाते हैं तो वो एंट्रीज करते हैं, वो वेबसाइट्स वो ऑनलाइन नहीं करते, वो एक डिफरेंट सर्वर पे है। दोज आर ऑन अ डिफरेंट सर्वर, एंड द वेबसाइट विच वी यूज ऑनलाइन SBI, दैट इज ऑन अ डिफरेंट सर्वर। ओके, सो दिस इज इंटरनेट एंड दिस इज इंटरनेट। Email address, very important, because when you are using internet, email address is very commonly used, and email address is a unique identifier for an email account. Just like we require a postal address to send some hard copy of mails to the person, to our friends, to relatives, in the same way we require one email address to send electronic message to the friends, relatives, anyone. It is used to both send and receive email addresses, email messages over the internet. Every email address has two main parts, a username and a domain name. And username is unique for everyone. It is not common for anyone. The username comes first, followed by an @ symbol. It is pronounced at also, and it is pronounced at also, followed by the domain name. Example of email address is mail@example.com, and another is guest@example.com, abc@gmail.com, anything. The first part which appears before @ that is your username, and after @ it is the domain name. Domain name means the name of that network which we are using. Okay, thanks. We will discuss more on the next class.